Okie dokie. All right, my name is Lawrence Tam, and we are going to be doing the second part of my training on how to make your first $1,000 in one day online. And we were touching on website and ownership on the first day, and today I wanted to touch on traffic. Okay, so basic principles are generally you'll see something that says impressions and something that says unique. But before we go into the specifics, let's discuss why you want traffic. Okay. I've trained a lot of different people, and a lot of people seem to think traffic is the end goal, and the only thing that they need to make money. And I'm gonna say no. And there are many different ways to look at this, but I wanted to break it down to something as simple as possible. We did training on the first day, and the first day was about ownership. Okay, and in general, most people don't own their own websites, and they're not able to control the process. They don't control what they sell, and they're not even able to control their income in this way, right? And that was day one. And today what we're going to is traffic. Well, traffic is only one part of this triangle, okay? And we'll be covering conversions later. And so what happens is you'll have traffic, but if you don't have a website, it'll just your income will start leaking out. And so you should probably think of this as your money. Okay, let's go ahead and put that there. That's your money. And so, well, let me see if that writes a little better. Yeah, that's your money. All right, money's inside here, and you want to be able to grow it bigger and better. But a lot of times, if you don't have this, it'll just flow out. This is why you haven't made $1,000 in a single day. Now, you'll notice there's many different ways to do this, and some people who have made $1,000 in a day might not have these three principles, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you have these three, your foundation is set, and you're primed to have one of these days, okay? So, go back into my training if you haven't seen it. I'll put a link below this video on how to get back to owning your website. It is at startawebsite.com. That is the bare essentials of what you need to know. Startawebsite.com. The dash in there. That's what you really need to know on how to do ownership, and I'll dive into more specifics with that. But today we're talking about traffic. Okay, so how can traffic help us? Okay, so let's go back here. So generally, traffic you'll have people kind of refer to as hits. Unique visitors, impressions. Impressions generally mean how many times someone sees your website, but it could be the same person. So if someone comes to your website and has 3 visits, you'll get 3 impressions. This number, not really that important, but still is, right? I mean, you kind of want people to come and look at the majority of your stuff. This is a big deal in SEO because you want people to stay longer at your website and have a better user experience. If Google sees that you go to a website and you go into the first page, but then you look at 3 other pages in that website, well, obviously they deliver the goods because you're relevant. Because if you're looking for red shoes and you go to a website that sells German tanks, you're going to bounce out very quickly. And this is why a bounce rate and how long you stay and how many pages you visit within there is calculated. But if you go to a place and you're looking for red shoes and it goes to a place that sells red high heels, flat bottoms, belt, I mean, I don't know all the different types of shoes you have, shiny shoes, flip-flops, laces, they're going to keep searching. They'll keep looking. Now, Google's going to say, okay, that makes sense. This is a relevant search. So now that's in terms of SEO. But that's a targeted piece of traffic. So that in that case, impressions does make sense. But in general, volume, you're looking for unique. The logged single event a person comes. So they come multiple times that day. They're still logged as a unique person. It's tracked usually by IP. It's unique to that person. This is what you want to build. You want to build a lot of unique visitors. So what I'm going to show you tonight is that I've been able to generate traffic through many different sources, but my bread and butter, I'm going to show you my bread and butter and what it's done for me and why I use it. There's a specific reason why I use it, but let's go through some of these things. So you're going to have free and paid, all right? So a lot of times someone will tell you, hey, free is the best. Why? Because it's free. Because it's free, right? But it's kind of deceiving. Free comes with another something that people don't like to quantify. You really have dollars and time, right? So if you have dollars and time, you really need to put a value on those. So if you have a value in both dollars and time, well, free really does cost you time. You know, what is your time worth, right? If your time is worth $5 an hour, yeah, do it. But if your time is worth $70 an hour and you're doing stuff like friending people on Facebook, that's just not a good use of your time, right? Another place is free versus paid. Paid is being leveraged, right? You're able to do quicker testing. You're able to test markets faster. You're able to do things you wouldn't normally do because of time. It's an either or. Okay. So let's go to the next one. So in terms of free, it's either upfront or ongoing. You pay some a lump sum, setup charges, tooling, whatever it may be. It's a one upfront. You pay someone at a contract price. Here's $1,000. Go do it. Or you buy a tool for like $200 and you get it. That's the upfront cost. And then at that point, it will pay for its own, pay for itself as long as you're doing it correctly, right? Ongoing, you have these monthly recurring. Sometimes they're just unavoidable. I mean, things change on the internet all the time. Some tools need to be ongoing, reoccurring. The reason being, if the internet changes, you want your tools to change with it. So some tools just, I mean, there's only really one tool that I know that is a one-time purchase, and it has updated more than anything I've seen because they really care about their database. But really, in I would say long term, it's not not a solution you can depend on, because think about it. If you sell a product for $200, how can you support that user base for 10 years? You can't. You have to continue to making money to make it worth your time. That's why I say, if you find one of these programs that are just awesome, benefit rich, and they only ask for a one-time purchase, dive into it. Use as much as you can. I'm going to show you the tool that I know that does that very, very well, and every marketer that I know needs to have it. It's just something you just need to have. It's like having a screwdriver. Everyone has a screwdriver at home because there's so many uses for it. This is one of those things. I'll dive into it, but generally, when we talk about free, there is something invested up front, right? Because you had to learn it, you had to test it yourself, and it takes time. But if you do a paid kind of thing, you can kind of just hire somebody. Hey, I'm looking through your credentials. It seems like you know some Facebook PPC. I don't want to learn how to do it. Just give me results. Give me traffic, right? So you can leverage someone's own experiences and their own tools, and you will save a lot of time that way. So that is just the difference between upfront and ongoing. So here's some of the traffic pieces we go into. SEO. This is my personal fave. PPC, and there's generally Facebook, and there's Google, and then there's the Bing, right? And there's others out there. Article marketing, you're going through directories. Just being like eZine articles, hub pages. It can be Web 2.0 kind of sites too. Squidoo, right? Article sites. Viral. I mean, there's stuff like viral URL, but generally it's just people loving your stuff and sharing, right? This really works with humor, controversy, right? Okay. Blogging, another fave of mine. Reason being, I'm in network marketing, and people join people, right? Not necessarily systems or businesses, right? Because they understand if the crap hits the fan, they know who to turn to. They turn to me. I'm basically going to be showing them the things I'm going through because I'm in the trenches too. So blogging, I use it as a tool to warm up my prospects. You're not here to work with everybody. You're not even here to make money off everybody. That's not the point. I mean, the point is you want to be able to connect with people who you want to connect with and help the people who need your help. Blogging is a very flexible tool to do that, and main reason why I tell people they need to host and own their own website, right? And why I use startawebsite.com, why I created it to get people away from using someone else's hosted website, which they don't own. Forums, it's a good way to just get in and dirty. but lots of time investment, right? The only reason people would actually click your signature link is because, well, you gave something that's of relevant information, but you really gotta get some good information in there, and you gotta do it consistently. Something that is a no brainer to outsource if this is one of those things you like to do, outsource it away. Solo ads, tons of traffic at a cost. And this is a good and bad thing. Good thing is because a lot of people won't do it because it costs money. The bad thing is you're gonna have cold feet too when you look at a $1,500 solo list buy. So before you go into solo ads, you gotta make sure your system and your funnel works out correctly. This is basically just YouTube. I mean, you've seen people get millions of hits within a couple of days because it goes viral. So it kind of goes into that viral category. But video, personally for me, it converts the highest. So I highly recommend everyone shoot video. And one of the reasons why I'm doing more recorded trainings, I want to be able to reach more of my team, show you some of the things that I'm doing, and YouTube is a must. But I highly recommend you do not do company reviews on YouTube. Their terms of service, they don't really like copyright, trademark, and infringement stuff. So best to go more of the generic route. Okay. Classifieds, Craigslist is working like gangbusters if you can stay on and avoid ghosting. This is something you can outsource too, but it is pretty difficult to find one who understands what they want, and it really depends on what you're selling, right? If you're selling an opportunity, it gets much harder, but you can do data mining or resume mining through Craigslist too, I believe. But that's not my specialty. It's something I have done. I've generated probably about 400 to 500 leads through Craigslist. It's responsive, but the quality of people, I'm not gonna say it's the best, but let's say leads are leads, and you want leads anyways, right? Offline, I mean, there's tons of stuff you do. So, the traditional route. I mean, you can go from like drop cards to all the way to like meetups, right? Tons of ways to meet people. Don't shy away from the offline. The only reason I don't do offline is because I don't want to do it. It's just a personal choice. The only times I meet with people are generally those who are producing on my team or a client who is paying me for my time. Everything else, no, not gonna happen. Okay. All right. Social networks. I mean, we're talking Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn, etc., right? And I guess Google Plus is going to be one. Google Plus is another big one that's coming out. Here's the deal with MySpace. I think I was converting at over 25% of the people who clicked the link. So I was connected with some people through groups. I don't know what they were called. Groups or forums. This was maybe 2 years ago. And I was tinkering with MySpace. The only reason I don't do it is because it's so slow. I mean, I might actually go... Actually, I might go hire somebody to do some MySpace marketing for me. But it was probably over 22% of the people who actually clicked the link, they became a lead, right? So this is something that I would recommend if you have time. I know there's people on my team who are like, I don't have money, but I have time. Well, video, social networks, getting down deep in with people, that's how you build your business. That's the fastest way to do it because you're sifting and cutting the line, so to say, in terms of learning some type of internet generation traffic or getting placed on somewhere or spending money, getting your ads put up. You cut the line to say, hey, you connect with people, you share with them some pertinent information, something that's relevant to what they're in need of, and you provide a link, and you'd be surprised what kind of traffic I got through MySpace. Social bookmarks, I mean, you're looking at like Dig, Stumble Upon. There's tons of cool social bookmarking places. It's powerful, but you have to understand the type of mindset of the person who goes through here. I haven't had many buyers come through this type of traffic, but it's traffic nonetheless. And once you have traffic, then it's up to you to really start tweaking it. If you don't own your website, it's very hard for you to tweak that, let alone track it, right? And there's more than that. So I don't want to pigeonhole you into that. But so first thing is, You're gonna want to learn how to generate traffic opportunities. Okay, um, this can be now. This I mean this kind of applies to blogging, SEO, article marketing, video marketing, all that, PPC even, right? Most of these things you need to know where the market's at. Now, how do you do that? The best way to do that is you find a way to dive into what people are thinking, what they're looking for, and what they need. This link will take you to something called SE Cockpit. It is the tool that I use to basically research the internet, what people want today. That's it. All right. You can definitely forego that type of tool in hopes of shooting fish in a barrel. No, it ain't gonna happen. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. It's not that easy. Um, I mean, if someone told you, hey, that the needle is like 2 feet to the right and 3 inches down, that's a little easier because you're kind of in the vicinity. Okay, this is where it's at. But if you're just blindly shooting, so you'll have people who blog for 90 days and get 10 visits a day. Well, there's a reason for that. You're not targeting the right keywords. You're not targeting the right people. And worse yet, you're trying to present something that they don't want. So what's the point? You get all the traffic and you don't make any conversions, and we'll go into conversions too. But it's just traffic opportunities. How to get traffic. You want to dive into what people are looking into now. Okay. So people want to share your content, and this is the viral aspect I was talking about. Viral aspect. How to leverage other people. Like, why would someone want to share your content, especially if you're proposing a network marketing opportunity? If I'm proposing Numis and someone's in Monavie, why would they put and share their Twitter following to my stuff? Well, there's a very unique reason why. It's actually, let me put www. Don't get confused. So that's actually where you want to go. It's the Tribe. It's called Tribe Pro. It's something I've been using. I'm going to show you some traffic details, traffic stats. I'll put these links at the bottom too, so you can click it. But if you want to, go ahead and copy and paste these guys, and keep those. These are my personal links. Once you get into these, generally, I'll give you some more information on how I build that traffic using these sources. But this is something people don't normally use, and I would say if you're blogging, this is not even sorry. This is not even an optional. It's required if you're blogging. Now, if you don't care about what you make, if you don't care about leveraging your time, if you don't care about what your returns are, don't get it. But if you do care and you want to build something that is going to last and give you some long-lasting traffic and it's going to help you attract people over time, it's a no-brainer. Totally no-brainer. All right, this is something totally new. It's in replacement of OnlyWire. This one actually works with Tribe Pro above, so this actually works with this. You don't have to have it, but in terms of my training of leveraging time, it's a must. Now, this is completely brand new. I think it got launched like a couple of days ago. I saw it yesterday. I signed up. The beauty of this is if you know what syndication is, one of the problems with OnlyWires was if you syndicated too much in that month, you have overage charges. Well, this one actually has a hard cap, and they'll just tell you, hey, you're getting within 90% of your maximum. If you want to upgrade. If not, we're going to hold all your syndications until the next month, which is great for people who are strapped for cash, right? If you only have $30, you only have $30, right? At least get something out there. These are the tools I'll be putting down below. But the one I did want to show you, so it's at lawrencetam.net/market samurai. Let me put that down in here so I'll repost this once I get this down. Basic understanding of SEO. All right, this is a must. All right, it's just a basic understanding, and this is the thing I was talking about. One-time fee that is awesome. It's a one-time fee. It's a tool you download. I've had this for over a year. In terms of SEO basics, I've probably learned 80% of what I know came from these guys because they give so much information away and they update their information so much. It's just fantastic. Let's see if I can show you a little snippet of what I'm doing. I don't know if it'll lag my machine, my laptop. I got tons and tons of keywords, so I don't want to. Oh, see, there's another. Let's go ahead and say no. Let's go. Let's pick one. Let's pick. I got a lot. I'm sorry. Let's do some from Squidoo. So I was writing on Squidoo. Here's some pretty cool stuff. So I haven't updated in 60 days. I haven't been really tracking it, but cool thing is, how to get rid of back acne, right? I mean, pretty crazy stuff, and it'll show you the graphical data. Now, this is cool, but it's really, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at backlinks. So if I'm sending backlinks, I want to see backlinks, the backlinks here, but I want to see, is there progression with those backlinks? If I'm pushing money backlinks into a post, am I going to move up? And then it shows you your PRs whenever they do those, right? How do you do that when you have hundreds of keywords? Generally, this is the tool saver that just saves tons of time. Being able to have a rank tracker, to kind of look through all this stuff. Let's see if I can just go ahead and do an update since it's been so long. But what it does is it queues Google statistics. They'll go in and look at all your keywords. I'm looking at the top 50, see if these keywords are top 50. So what you do is, if you're blogging daily, you don't have to always blog with keywords. I do, because I'm looking for SEO, not necessarily viral traffic, but SEO traffic. You want to be able to focus on, are you attracting people? Now, since my emphasis is SEO, if I write something or if I outsource an article to somewhere, I want to be able to know, sorry, it's going crazy. Will I be able to get my money back, right? And the only way to really know you get your money back is you need to determine, will that keyword make me money? That's it. So I have hundreds of keywords, and my goal is, I want to find things that will rank. Now, SEO will come later. That's going to be a whole different enchilada altogether. But generally, you're going after something that you want to rank, and if it ranks, once you rank, is there traffic? And if there's traffic, is there money? So there's multiple steps. I'll go into a multi-day training on that too. But I mean, if you go back into, this guy, 852 backlinks, PR1, I pumped some keywords into it, and I've maintained a steady rank of 6. So it looks like I'm locked in at 6. I haven't done anything to it, right? So no more backlinks have came in since the end of May. And now I'm a PR1. So remember when I told you it's an upfront cost? This was an upfront cost. I hired somebody to write me some articles. I was looking at some health stuff, and I wanted to be able to push traffic, not do anything manual. I just threw money at it, and it was actually very cheap. I would say less than $10, right? And I got a PR1 site. Now, even if this website doesn't make money for me, now I have a web property that has a page rank of 1 that I can push a link to somewhere, right? Now, if you don't know anything about SEO, that makes no sense to you. But if you do know anything about SEO, this is why you build content. You start controlling content that's valuable, that Google likes, which you can then direct traffic to other properties that make money, right? It's not always about making money. It's about being able to control your assets on the internet, and having content on the internet is an asset. So, okay, that was Market Samurai. So let's go through some traffic pieces before the night runs out. Okay, so our teaching MLM is my Lead System Pro capture page / article directory that I've had since 2009. This is 2 years old. Most of these, actually 100% of these, are rehashed duplicate articles. None of these were written specifically for this site. Some were respun, some weren't. So that's one of my newer ones. Generate leads. It's got 5,000 visitors. And remember I was talking about impressions. That's just how many more times they came back. Right, so if you have a ton of impressions versus unique visitors, that means they've come back multiple times. It's like this one, 20,000 visitors, and 21. It looks like 1,000 people. 1,000 of those visits were from the same people. So, but what I wanted to show you was this. What I wanted to show you was there's 61,000 unique visitors who came to a property online that I'm hosting. Right, I pay for hosting with this with Lead System Pro. I paid the $50 one time, and I control the traffic to where I want to put it, right? I can put any link in there, anything, because it's mine, right? But this is some of the things that people just kind of miss, right? It's the whole triangle deal. I mean, people totally misunderstand, what this is, and then they try to drive traffic, and they're like, Lawrence, I can't get any traffic. It's like, dude, Dude, I'm just showing you right now. These articles will get me thousands of unique visitors, right? I'm not pushing jack to them. No, nothing. All right, let's go to the next one. Next one is this is I was looking at some ClickBank stuff. Candida symptoms. I was looking at Candida. It was it's a health thing I stumbled upon that was pretty unique. I was like, well, what the heck is this, right? But there was an ebook for it. So okay, well, let me look at this. So I've sold a couple of these ebooks, and what this is I'm showing unique visitors per month to something that I set up. I think this whole website cost me less than $100. I don't do anything to it. I don't drive any traffic to it. Now look what happened. It got hit by the Panda. Panda came out mid June, I guess early June. Most people got hit, and the Panda kind of took it down. Hey, it just happens, you know. The links I was pushing to is a specific type of link. I'll go into my SEO stuff later on. You'll find it through startedwebsite.com. But I'll discuss why this phenomenon actually happened. Now the thing is, less than 25% of my websites actually have this type of phenomenon. So it's not even a worry to me. This was a static website that I'm not driving traffic to. It only made a couple sales. It's not a big money maker. It broke even, right? So that's all I can ask for. But now it's like owning a home. You put all this money in, or you had a loan on the home. Well, the loan is paid off. It's scot free. The only thing I really have to worry about now is like $10 a year for a domain name, right? To renew it. Ugh, whatever, right? It's easy. All right, teachingmlm.com is my article site for Lead System Pro capture pages. Okay, I find this kind of funny. Now I can't even. I'm not even gonna lie to you and say I know how that happened. I don't. All right, I have been refocusing my attention to other things, and this is what happens when you have multiple things that you're tracking. It's telling me the month is not over yet. I have almost 6,000 unique visitors to a capture page. Funny stuff, right? Yeah, good stuff too. Good stuff too. Let's go. Let's keep going. All this information can be found in your host provider. I use HostGator. That's kind of what I use. So Alpha Networker. This was an affiliate program I wanted to push. I built a small mini website. It cost me, I think, $30. Right? I think I've sold probably $500 worth with this. I hit a spike. I think I pushed it one time, and then I let go. And it's generally going to be about 200 unique visitors a month. 200 divided by 30 days. What is that, like 7 a day or something like that? Which isn't bad considering I don't push any traffic. It's not hard linked to any of my. I only have one post on my blog for it. But generally, what this does is it ranks on its own. So if I were to go to, let's see, Chrome. Let's look at Chrome. So let me log out. Alpha Networker. All right, that was what the program was called. I'm right here. This is mine. The Alpha Networker 2.0 online. This is my guy. I'm ranked 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not bad. I'm getting 7 hits a day. And it makes me some money. I don't babysit it. It is now at this point going to school full time and drops me off some money. Okay, so start a website. This is my little project I've been dealing with. What I wanted to do was, because I know there's tons of people who have no clue. Remember, I'm going back to this guy about ownership and why that's so important. They don't have a clue about that, and so I want to give them a place to do it. You can even do it in less than 30 minutes. My guy right now, who's outsourcing he's creating one of mine. He did a full installation. I have a host. I bought the domain name, and he can install all of that for less than 5 minutes, right? If you want a full-blown customize one, I have another outsourcer that I'm sharing inside a starter website. If you're looking for a full-blown setup piece, I have a female outsourcer that I highly recommend. She's in there. She gave me a good deal in I think it's like a 48-hour turnaround, and that includes custom headers and all the information you need to be able to get in and work your project. So I would definitely say first, before you outsource anything, kind of understand what you're buying. That's why I would say, go ahead and go through my starter website training, go through the program, buy the program, and then go ahead and look at my outsourcers in there that I've actually given to you guys at a special rate. So So what can you do with traffic? Well, with traffic, you can stress test your website, and you can really start pumping some numbers in, right, immediately. I don't think I've spent more than $50 in terms of traffic, and I'm starting to pump numbers, kind of get a good feel. Now the conversions aren't great because a lot of this traffic that I'm pumping isn't ideally targeted, but it's traffic. I want to make sure my website can handle it, but I am generating leads. The particulars of this website, I don't make a sale on the first day. It takes about 4 days for the sales to come in. So generally, there's going to be a delay. I'm testing if that's a better way to go. It's called a perpetual launch. I've never actually done one, but this is my first one. But if you haven't been to this guy, it's actually a pretty cool website. Let me go ahead and put it here. Let's see. We call it Traffic Spike, and just kind of go through the flow of what I did. 6,000 hits. Website's not even done yet. I mean, the month isn't done yet. Website.com. And that's where I'm pushing the majority of my traffic at this point right now. Okay. So as we go on, here's my blog. Okay, so I'm averaging about a hair under 10,000. I went on vacation. Actually, no, not on vacation. I went to a mastermind in Costa Rica. I've been a little bit behind. I took, I think, 2 weeks out to build my start a website program. So I'm a little bit behind on traffic for this month. But I'm generally trending up. Now I'm testing a couple things. I suspect September should break my first 5-digit traffic month. All right. I've been tweaking, and what's funny is these 3 months have similar traffic, but the bandwidth has gone down. That, my friend, is some ninja stuff. It's called speed, delivery, and conversion. I might touch this. I don't know. It's something I'm going through right now, so it's something you need, and I'll touch on to a little bit later. Okay, so check this out. This is Ezine Articles. I was doing a review in Phone Burner, and Ezine Articles right here. That's my picture right there. But check this out. I was doing a little some testing. And 95,000 views. That is pretty funny stuff. The conversions aren't great, but I'm getting leads from it, and it cost me $5. Yes, $5. I am a true believer of testing things, and if it costs me a happy meal, it costs me a happy meal. I want to see what things can do to a website that I don't even own, and this was just testing. Okay, now video. Remember, I'm always gushing over video. 2,000 hits, since last year. So I'm like, I'm getting some leads through here, through my boot camp, through this guy. And so I go, well, I did one for Facebook, for a Facebook training. And so I looked at this one, February, a little less time, and I still have 2,000 hits. So I'm tinkering with video. I do know video converts the best. And I'm always working on what type of traffic works, right? But in terms of what you need to know, the best converting traffic is one that you've warmed up, meaning something that you've given to somebody and they've gone through your process and they see what you're doing. So, definitely kind of dive into all this. I mean, I'll put this on the bottom of my page, but really you're going to need to know, where you can make money, have a process. This is right now for my blog. This is the only process I really use. I use these 4 right now, and that's my process. I don't do much more to my blog, and that's about 10,000 hits a day. A month. Ideally, it's going to go up to 10,000 a day, right? That's the same one, and that's it. That is it, my friends. This is a recorded training. Let me see if I had anything else. Yes. Okay. So we were talking about this guy. What I did was I took my viral content sharing tool and I had it with OnlyWire, not Buzzify. So, but it was a traffic syndicator. So I took basically these 2 tools and sent traffic to a person and to see what it would do for them, right? So using Google Analytics, he was looking at some traffic, basically around 35 hits a day. And then he basically doubled the next day. He spiked, big traffic spike. I wanted to see what he would do, and a lot of it came from referral sites, right? Something he's never had before. If you understand SEO, you want a variety of different things, and you want velocity, right, to be noticed. This is something that I was testing with him. His site's not that big, but he got a good push from it. And this is, I'm telling you, this is just from these two guys, right? Being able to automatically get some shares through a content distributor and then syndicate it, and all this was on autopilot at that point. Okay, so next one, he had a website. I didn't give him his traffic. He did it his own, and his testing shows a gradual trend to 3 times in a couple days. And he uses stat. I think this is Stat Counter, Ray Bryant stuff. And I just asked him to show me some of his information. So this is traffic. What kind of traffic really depends, right? I mean, video traffic, article marketing traffic is generally better. But how much time do you have to shoot video? I don't have a lot of time to shoot video. And this is why I outsource a lot of different things. But training like this, I can't outsource. So this is why you're on my team. I want to be able to send this to you. And those who couldn't make it tonight, I want to send you this information also. Okay. I believe, yeah, that is it. I'm going to stop this recording and then I'm going to go ahead and go to some questions. Let me stop this.